Hello YouTube, welcome to my review of the PNY GTX 1060 XLR8. This card is factory overclocked and is the highest spec GTX 1060 offered from PNY. It has a core clock of 1582 MHz and a boost clock of 1797 MHz. But with GPU Boost 3, it boosts up to 1987 MHz at stock settings. PNY doesn't include any overclocking software for this, so you will have to use third-party software. MSI Afterburner works well with this card. Temperature-wise, the card is pretty good, reaching around 68 Celsius in benchmarks at stock settings. One thing I noticed with this card is that the default fan curve seems kinda high at idle. Using the stock settings, at idle the fans are running at around 50%, which causes the fan to emit a red LED. This can be adjusted with MSI Afterburner. Here is the fan curve that I have set to provide a more quiet experience at idle. In this custom fan curve, the fan speed percent is the same as the temperature. This allows the fan to drop to around 30% when at idle. At 45% fan speed, the LED changes color. With my overclock settings, playing Forza Horizon 3, the card stays at 2100 MHz, which is pretty nice. I have VSync enabled and turned down shadows a notch, so the card isn't being stressed here. In more demanding games and benchmarks, the card clocks do drop a bit as temperatures get closer to 68 degrees Celsius. The fans on this card are noticeable to me when the GPU is being stressed. After making the fan speed adjustment in MSI Afterburner, the fans aren't noticeable at idle or light gaming. But in demanding games like Gears of War 4, the fans run higher than I prefer. Comparing it with the GTX 1060 Turbo, this runs much cooler and a bit quieter. Overall, it is a good card that runs cool with its pre-overclock. I thought that the fan LED was a nice touch as well. Despite the negatives I have come up with here, the card still performs pretty well. Here are some benchmarks. This concludes this review. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.